Hello guys, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars video. Today I'm going to be going over the 20 most expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigures. Now this isn't going to include polybags or promotions or anything like that, so it's just minifigures from sets. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. At number 20 we have the Fifth Brother. It's exclusive to one set, which is 75157 Rex's ATTE. There is another Fifth Brother in the transport scythe, but that is slightly different. There is leg printing, there's no arm printing. There's two faces, one angry and one calm. There's back printing. It has a custom mold for the shoulder armor and the hat piece, and it's worth about £90 on Bricklink. Next up, at number 19, we have Grand Admiral Thrawn. This is from the Rebels, which I haven't watched, so I don't know much about it. I also don't know much about the Fifth Brother or some other characters on this list. But anyway, Grand Admiral Thrawn is a minifigure that's exclusive to 75170 The Phantom. We haven't gotten any other Thrawn minifigures. It has no leg printing, no arm printing, two faces, no back printing, but custom hair. And that's why it's worth nearly £90 on Bricklink. Next up at number 18, we have the Jedi Knight, which is exclusive to 75025, the Jedi Defender class cruiser. Now, I'm not sure what this character's name is. I'm just calling him this Jedi Knight. But anyway, it has leg printing, no arm printing, no back printing that I'm aware of. I couldn't find a picture of its back to check, and I don't own the figure. It has one face and a custom molded headpiece, and it's exclusive to this set, so that's why it's worth £105 on Bricklink. At number 17, we have everyone's favourite Sith character, Darth Malgus. Exclusive to set 9500, the Sith Fury class interceptor, this is the only Darth Malgus LEGO figure we've ever gotten. It has no arm printing, leg printing, some beautiful torso printing, a really nice face print, some back printing, a cape, and this absolutely insane mold for this shoulder armor. Sidetracked from this, I did actually find a Sith Trooper helmet in my massive pile of Lego, and unfortunately I do think it is from the 75001 Republic Trooper versus Sith Trooper Battle Pack, because I did find two of the Republic Troopers, and unfortunately it's not the Darth Malgus or the Defender class cruiser set, which is a real shame. Now, after that tangent, we're moving on to a great minifigure, number 16, Queen Amidala. It's exclusive to the Gungan sub, which is 9499, and it's the only Queen Amidala minifigure that we've ever gotten. We have gotten a few Padmes and stuff, but no Queen. There's an exclusive hairpiece and an amazing exclusive leg piece. It doesn't actually have legs. The leg piece has no legs, but it is just overall generally amazingly detailed, and that's why it's worth around £110. Next up, we have number 15, Jedi Bob, which is kind of a mystery figure. It's exclusive to the first gunship that we ever got. It came with a cape and the cape piece. It had a yellow head, which was expected for that time. No arm printing, no leg printing, and it's around £114 on Bricklink. Number 14 is my favourite minifigure of all time. It's the UCS Slave 1 Boba Fett. This minifigure is just perfect in all ways. There is another one in 75222, the Cloud City, but that one just has a regular clone head. This has arm printing, which is amazing, leg printing, which is amazing, body printing, which is amazing, this shoulder cape. Overall, it's just absolutely amazing. I think it deserves to be more expensive, definitely more expensive than £120. Now at number 13, we have the new Cloud City Lando, exclusive to 75222, the Cloud City set. It has no arm printing, no leg printing, but accurate torso printing. It's the first Lando and only Lando figure with accurate torso printing. It has two faces and a double-sided cape, not much more, and it's worth £130 on Bricklink. At number 12, I'm sure you'd be surprised if this wasn't on the list, it's Phase 2 Captain Rex. It's exclusive to the 75012, the Bark Speeder with sidecar. It has no arm printing, but it has leg printing. It has a waist cape, a shoulder cape, and a lovely helmet. No helmet holes, which was a prized possession back then that we should have been more grateful for. It has lovely printing all round, and that's why it is worth about £130. Next up, at number 11, we have the oldest minifigure, as Cloud City was released in 2003, Watto from Watto's Junkyard. It's exclusive to 75186, Watto's Junkyard, and it is quite a rubbish figure as it has no printing anywhere. It's all round really bad. There are two other much better ones, and I guess it's just the lack of supply that makes its price so high. There's not really much to say about it. It's worth £135 on Bricklink, and it's strange why. Moving on from that abnormal monstrosity, we have at number 10, Jango Fett. It's exclusive to 75191, the Starfighter with hyperdrive. And again, overall, it's just a really nice figure. It has no arm printing, but that's fine, because it is a Jango Fett, and we all love Jango Fett. It has some nice leg printing, helmet printing, and a jetpack, which is really nice. All of those aspects, along with the fact that it's a Jango Fett, puts this figure at £150. Next up, at number 9, we have Cloud City Princess Leia. It's exclusive to the old Cloud City, has no leg printing, no arm printing, pretty rubbish figure, and it's just really old, which has given it a lot of time to rise in price. Its hairpiece is okay, but apart from that, it's got the yellow head, regular face printing. It's all rubbish, and it's risen to £160. Next up, at number 8, we have Pre Vizsla, which is exclusive to the Mandalorian Fighter 9525. It has no arm printing, it has leg printing, and back then they still couldn't get the Darksaber hilt correct, or just the Darksaber in general. It has a cool shoulder cloth and a helmet, which has pretty nice printing, but it does have the ugly face that old clones have, but it's worth £160. At number 7, we have Ahsoka Tano from 75158, the Rebel Combat Frigate. This is the best Ahsoka Tano, in my opinion, and hopefully everyone else's opinion. And if it isn't, then please get off my channel. I'm joking, please stay. I need your support. So anyway, it has no arm printing, but some nice leg printing. A custom lightsaber. I have no idea why it's not used on the new Ahsoka in the AAT. And it has two faces, and all that together makes it worth £160. Next up, at number 6, we have Kanan Jarrus, which is exclusive to the Ghost 75053. I've not watched Rebels, I don't know much about this character, but it has no arm printing, it has leg printing, has a custom hairpiece. Overall, it's really nice, and it's part of the reason why the Ghost is so overpriced. Not really overpriced, it's just expensive, really expensive. Anyway, it's priced at about £175. Next up, at number 5, we have Princess Leia from 10198, the Tantive 4. It has smooth hair, which I think is really weird. It looks really goofy. It has no arm printing, no leg printing. It's a rubbish figure for its time. I'd expect something like this from like the 2000s or to 2005, not 2009, which the set came out in. One thing that's really cool is that when the set was released, all the sets had the smooth hair Princess Leia, but then they changed it so that some of them had this Princess Leia without the smooth hair, and it's really difficult to tell whether your box has the smooth hair Princess Leia inside without actually opening it. But for some reason it's worth £255. Next up at number 4, we have Jango Fett, which is exclusive to the Jango Fett Slave 1. Now, this Jango Fett is really bad. I'm just going to say that right now. It's got a really bulky helmet, which looks absolutely horrible. No offense to this figure's fans, but it just looks horrible. It's got no arm printing, no leg printing, really bulky helmet, and overall it's just absolute rubbish. It's worth somewhere around £360 though, which is really crazy considering how rubbish it is. Now breaking into the top 3. Funny thing is, all these 3 are from the exact same set. At number 3 we have Cloud City Lando, which is exclusive to the Cloud City. What a surprise. There's no arm printing, no leg printing, but it has a double-sided cape, and it was the first Lando minifigure we ever got. The price is at about £370. At number 2, another Cloud City minifigure, we've got Cloud City Luke. It has no arm printing, a pretty boring torso print, and some leg prints, which is just some pockets. It has a smooth hairpiece and a boring yellow face that every set back then had. I would have expected more from a figure from Cloud City, but the price is almost £500. At number 1, I'm pretty sure you could guess what this is going to be, but it is the most overrated minifigure of all time, in my opinion. It's the Cloud City Boba Fett. Yes, you can bully me in the comments, but I didn't say it was bad, I said it was overrated. And I do also think it's bad. The arm printing's pretty boring. Overall, all the printing's pretty boring, and the helmet is really bulky. But anyway, moving on, it has arm printing, has leg printing. Overall, it's really unrealistic and looks nothing like the actual Boba Fett from the movies compared to the modern Boba Fett minifigure. It has risen to £1,800, which is a lot from a minifigure. And that's the list for the top 20 most expensive Lego Star Wars minifigures that come in sets, not including polybags or stuff like that.